Welcome learners to my channel Tech Course Mastery. I'll be talking about my channel in details later on, but first let us look into the details of the video. So in today's video, we will be talking about the WBJEE Physics exam with the following highlights. Number 1, the syllabus breakdown. That is how we need to divide the entire syllabus into modules and chapters. Step 2, the trend of questions for the last 5 years, that is marks distribution of various modules in WBJEE 2019 until 2023. And third, and the most important thing, is the expected marks distribution that is going to come in the upcoming WBJEE 2024. So this is going to be a most on-point video that will boost your WBJEE preparations for the last minute. I'll not be guessing anything in the video. I'll be rather putting forward some facts and figures. So buckle up and enjoy. This is going to be a great video. Step 1 is syllabus breakdown. So as you can see on the screen, I have broken down the entire syllabus into 61 chapters and 19 modules. Don't worry about the number 61. It's basically not like the chapters you find in your book. It is rather very small in size. So the chapters are literally smaller than what you will find on the book, because that will help you to prepare on point and more precisely pinpointing the topics. So basically the modules, as we'll go forward, in class 11 there are 8 modules and class 12 there are 11 modules. So in class 11 the modules are physical world, kinematics, laws of motion, center of mass, connected systems and friction. Then we have gravitation, bulk matter of properties, heat and thermal physics, oscillations and waves. In class 12 modules, you'll have electrostatics, current electricity, magnetic effect of current, magnetics, electromagnetic induction, electromagnetic waves, ray optics, wave optics, atomic physics, nuclear physics, and solid state electronics. Let's begin with the analysis of WBJEE 2019. The major chunk of the questions, that is almost 60% of the questions, have came from the 5 modules, that is magnetic effect of current, heat and thermal physics, laws of motion, electrostatics, electromagnetic induction and AC. Now let us see what happened in WBJEE 2020. The major chunk of the questions, that is almost 60%, had came from the 5 modules, and the 5 modules are heat and thermal physics, electrostatics, electromagnetic induction, then magnetic effect of current and wave optics. Again, in WBJEE 2021, let's see what are the chapters. So in 2021, it was about 44% of the total questions that came from the top 5 modules, we can say. And the first module was laws of motion, heat and thermal physics, bulk properties of matter, electrostatics, then magnetic effect of current. Now in this year, particularly in 2021, you can see the questions were more spread out. That means the amount of questions coming from the major module, that is say laws of motion, and in the previous year, if you compare the maximum question coming from a single module, in this year the number of questions coming from a single module is lesser. So it was more spread out, that we can see. Then in WBJEE 2022, the major chunk of questions, about 60%, came from electrostatics, heat and thermal physics, magnetic effect of current, bulk properties of matter, and then electromagnetic induction. So these were the 5 things that came. Now let us discuss about WBJEE 2023. The major chunk of questions, that is almost 48% of the questions, came from these 5 modules: electrostatics, laws of motion, heat and thermal physics, magnetic effect of current, and kinematics. So now you are having some idea about what are the questions that came in the last 5 years, especially the modules from where the questions came. Now if you combine this trend for the last 5 years, and let's see the bar diagram that comes up for the average marks that is allocated to all the modules in the last 5 years. So this is the bar diagram that you can see here on the screen, where you can see electrostatics is the biggest bar here. That is about almost 15% of the total questions that has came on an average. It's about 13 point something. Then we can see the second largest is the heat and thermal physics. So this gives a clear idea what is happening on an average in WBJEE if we take into consideration the latest syllabus that has happened in the last 5 years and the latest pattern of questions. So now let's see the pie chart which shows the average marks distribution in the last 5 years. As you can see, as I have said, the major chunk is electrostatics, heat and thermal physics, magnetic effect of current, electromagnetic induction and AC, and fifth one is laws of motion. So as you can see on the screen, this gives you the module number as I have divided in the breakdown structure of the syllabus, the module name, and what is the average percentage of marks if we consider the 5 years average. So that is given on your screen right now. You can check it. The PDF will also be attached in the description. You can get it from there. So basically, let me tell you, the yellow color here represent class 12 and green color represent class 11. So the modules from class 11 are in green and the modules from class 12 are in yellow. So that was about the history, what happened in the last 5 years. What is going to happen in WBJEE 2024? So I'm not going to predict something. I'm not an astrologer. It will be totally based on mathematics and statistical analysis. So we will be using a model in this projection. In order to project the amount of questions from different modules in 2024, we will be using a statistical technique called regression analysis. This statistical model will consider the maximum, minimum, average, and the trend of marks distribution in various modules, and that will help us to project module wise marks that is going to come in WBJEE 2024 if this trend persists, that is in star mark. We don't have time to explain now about the background mathematics of how I have calculated that. We can have a video for that, but first let us know that this is the most basic and effective way of projection. So let's see what are the results. As you can see on the screen, in WBJEE 2024, as expected by regression analysis of last 5 years question pattern and trend, electrostatics is going to stand out as the first module, that is the biggest module. It will have about 14.92% of the questions, amounting to almost 7 marks. Then the second one will be heat and thermal physics, about 13.65%, approx marks 7. Magnetic effect of current, having approx marks of 6, followed by laws of motion, electromagnetic induction, and alternating current. Then we have optics 2, which is basically wave optics, followed by kinematics, bulk properties of matter, physical world, measurements, unit and dimension. Then we have current, electricity, center of mass, solid state electronics, ray optics, wave optics, gravitation, oscillation, electromagnetic wave, nuclear physics, and magnetics. And this is the basic thing that is going to happen in WBJEE 2024. Yes, I can say it with confidence because this is not based on any astrological thing. It's totally based on mathematics. So let us see which part we are much more confident about this and which part we are less confident. As you can see, we have there are few modules that will contribute to about 80% of the marks in the question, and those are the ones that you are shown in the screen right now. Okay, these are the modules that will be happening to have at least 80% of the questions, and that is huge. You can bet on this. You can literally try revising the detailed concept of these modules, and that will help you a lot. The other ones, the other half, as you can see on the screen now, are the tricky part, because you can see we have current, electricity, center of mass, solid state electronics, optics 1, which is ray optics, atomic physics, and then you can also see it's about 0 marks allotted to a few chapters like electromagnetic waves, nuclear physics, magnetics. I'm not sure about this, the 20% of the questions. It can be, you can get a question from nuclear physics and the gravitation question may vanish. Or it can be atomic physics will give you no question and from magnetics you'll be having one question. So that can happen. Okay, so this part, as you are seeing on the screen, which is the tricky part, but the percentage of marks you will get out here is about 20%, so which is much less important than the first part that I have shown. So the first part I'm showing on the screen again right now. You can see these are the chapters that is going to have 80% of the questions in WBJEE 2024. So you need to study this hard, and the time is enough right now, not to waste but to use so that you can revise these concepts and modules. But now there is a question, I think, that lies in your mind: what to study from these modules? Don't worry, I'll solve that for you. I won't be selling you a paid course for that. There will be a series of videos that will be coming in our channel, and that will explain about the key points that we have to focus in each module. Also, I'll be sharing my projection for ISC 2024 in the coming week. So stay tuned and subscribe. Like the video if you have found it useful for WBJEE 2024 preparations, and if you have found someone whom you can help by sharing this video, please do share with him or her. So thank you. See you again in the next video. Please follow Tech Course Mastery. Bye bye.